screen. Right, there we go. Right, so I had to end the stream there and reorientate the screen. Now, I don't know if you can change that. There possibly could be a way of doing it. I don't know what it is. I've not found a way of doing it. So I've got this nice little ambient selection on. So we've got this to open first before we start building the Falcon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my preview on, so I know I'm live and everything's fine and dandy. So we've got this to open first before we start building the... Right, sounds okay. Sounds coming through. So I built this the other day. This is a little U-wing fighter. So this is, I think it's 130 of the Star Wars magazine. And then the wings actually fold from the forward to the back. I think it goes like that. Quite an interesting little build. So that was in the magazine I got the other day when I was dropping in my blood pressure malarkey. So yeah, I had to redo the stream. So annoying, but that's a nice little build. So I'm going to put that back in just where my mic is. So let's crack open the old advent card. I've not really been doing. I've actually did videos in this, but I haven't really put them up. So what day is this? 12. 12. Right. So where's 12? Wait, oh, there we go. Bing bang bong. Wow. Okay. That's one. So day number 12 is not actually going to be that hard a build. I'm going to fire this down here. There we go. So there's bag 12. Bag 12 is a single item. It's like a little minifig. Right, let's get the camera down to where we need it. So I don't know if do you know, I might just come in. I might not put my camera up here. I like it up here, but I'm saying that you can see what I'm building. So I might actually go up there. God, man, I missed it. Indecisive. So here we go. It's a little, what is that? It's a little droid of some sort. Like a little... It's like the droids that's in, in fact, that's actually the back. So I think you can actually maybe do it in two studs. Maybe. There's a little bit at the back. And then there's the front. It's got a little antennae. Pretty cool little droid. So he's actually going to go in the Falcon. So if you know, you know. I've been put. God, this Falcon's getting big now. I've got to watch the. So I can put the landing legs right at the edge of the table, and I can kind of manoeuvre the old Falcon. Jeez, man, look at the size of this bad boy. This is big. I'm not going to lie, this is big. So I'm going to put my pit droid, I'm going to put him just here. So this little back section's filling up. We even got a Christmas tree in here, which I'm going to take out because that's going to fall. And I'm going to take out this. No, in fact, you know what? Keep them in because I think we're building this top section. Dismiss. So there's a little Christmas tree I've got in. I need to get a little... In fact, you know what? Let's fish out a stud piece. Let's fish out a wee stud piece. Just that grey puck will do. Very nice. Very good, very nice. So I'm going to put that in the bottom. It might actually not fit. I might need two. I think that should fit. Just put a little stud piece. I'm going to move this box. There's a box of stuff here. Oh god, it's filling up. There we go. There's a there's a little Christmas tree. I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. You can actually see it. So this is my. So these are the two compartments in the Falcon that are actually detailed. These two aren't detailed, but you can detail them. So I've got all my advent calendar stuff in here, plus some extras, like the trees extra. Don't know, have I got something else extra in there? I don't think I have. C3PO is extra to this set. C3PO is here. So that's the C3PO that you get with the Falcon build. But we've got I think it's is it Bounty Hunter C3PO? Which is quite a good minifig. It's slightly different. So he's in his little chair there, but you can see there he's got sorry. That just came out of my hand. He's actually got his eyes are like Sith eyes, like red eyes, which is quite a nice little variant from the calendar. But that calendar was quite good. I got it, no, Anya got it for me for Christmas, cheap, or cheaper than what it was. So this is the Falcon, as it's she's getting big. But what we're going to be building today, I believe, is, we're going to be building these top parts here. So last week, or Wednesday, we built the underneath. Now, I could probably show you, but there's a lot of moving parts and like wee bits that I'd have to take out, but I could show you underneath. But we've actually got the, in fact, I don't know if I can show you this, maybe get it turned a little bit. So we did that. I don't know, I need to go further back. So I've actually got the landing, or the I need to, what's the name of that? Passenger ramp. The Game Master 5713. Hello. Well, hello there. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Not a name that I remember. So yeah, this is a little access ramp, which has got quite a nice smooth action, and the actual pistons that bring it down keep the orientation correct. I like to subscribe. Oh, thanks very much. It's greatly appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the like and the subscribe. That should take me up. I'm 611. Wow, I was 609 when I started the stream. So we're going to continue building this. I'm probably thinking of moving the camera. Do I move the camera up here? I think I do actually. So I'm going to move you. I've got a little pad up here, so I'm going to get it in without zooming in. So there we go. It's just in a little arm. I need to maybe readjust it. But you'll be able to see the manual in this mode. So I've got a little drink. Cheers for the subscribe and the like as well. Games Master. The game. Do you know what? I used to watch Games Master, which was a television program here in the UK. Oh, any foot fetishes? There's Anya's feet. You wiggle the toes. Right, so let's go. Let's build this. I'm just going to take a note of the time, because we do build for a certain allotted time. So 3:10. But we have been doing bags. We've been clearing bags, which is quite good. So I'm going to get my wee selfie stick here. I'm going to put that. Do you know what? I'm going to keep that there actually, out of the way. Right, the Falcon's there. I've got my parts, my tray of parts. So I've kind of pre-sorted my parts out, which is quite good. So there we go. Right, so let's go. Let's do this. Do you know what I'm going to do? Be hand clap just to get
just to get you going.
So you can see here, bag 11. We're on page 316 and step 825. So basically, and I've also got my Grogu t-shirt, which is very cute.
My favourite.
So every single nut and bolt in this Millennium Falcon I have built live on stream. This is part 13 we're on. I think we're about 16 hours into the build. That's not an exact time count, but it's probably close enough. So here we go. Starting off the build like we mean to continue. But yeah, it's always good to see new faces. I'm cosplaying as the Persona 5 Joker today. Persona 5, was that was a console game, was it not? Or a computer game? Persona 5. I don't think I've played it because I've got a PS5, but I've heard of that Persona 5. That's cool. It's always good to hear what people do. Right. So there we go. And then we're turning it over. So we've got one of these little sort of wine pieces. Quite a nice colour, this on the Falcon. And then we've got another 3 of these plates. So somebody that actually goes into the stream, I'm trying to think his name now. Mac Builds Bricks. Now I've actually bought a stand for this Falcon, and it actually turns out that it's easier to build it with the stand, which I never really thought about. If I'd known that at the time, I would have pre-ordered this stuff earlier because I missed the Christmas delivery. So I think I'll get it after Christmas, maybe even in between that and New Year, or maybe after the New Year. I don't know. So there we go. That's what we've built so far. Over the page. So this is the book for the Millennium Falcon. As you can see, it's a rather chunky book. I usually do build. Oh, it's the washing machine. I usually do build stuff using the digital app, but to be honest, I enjoy this because this is actually a wee bit bigger. And when you get to my age, believe me, it's quite good to have things bigger. Well, that's right. I need to get that tub out of the way because. Right, so what do I need? I need 2 of the grey, which is these ones. So we'll probably get all the parts out. I've kind of been doing this and kind of not been doing it, but I think going forward it's quite good because it means you clear all your parts. Right, we need some little snot plates. I need a grey. I think I need one of them. But yeah, the Falcon is starting to really take shape now. We're getting to the... We're into the last box. So there's 4 boxes in the Falcon. I'm at the second to last box. I think I've got parts or bags 12 and 13. So this is bag 11 we're on. Right, this has got all the parts. So we're basically... Well, that's 4 of those. Okay. But it's been a really good build so far. Right, what are we doing here? So we're building up here now. Yeah, so that's this red pit part's down here. So we're actually building... These are overhanging by a stud, so we might as well get them in. But yeah, it's good to see you in. Whereabouts are you from? If you're still here, it's always good to find out where people are from. I'm Scottish. You might have been able to tell with the accent. Old Bonnie, Scotland. I live southwest coast in a town called Ayr. Nice little place. Oh, I missed one of these little 1x2s. So there we go. That's what we've got. Just making sure we've done that correctly. Step 829. So we're actually beginning to add a lot of little details. So we've got one of those. That one. A lot of little parts. I think I'm more of a picker, like just picking the stuff that I need as I go, but I think this is a good way of doing it because it means that you don't, you clear all your parts. You're not like, because sometimes you can get a little bit sort of, you can miss parts. Another one of those tiles, another 1x2, 3 of them, 4 of the, I think is it a tan or is it grey? It's grey. I think that's it. No, I'm actually doing this part. No, I need... Right, so I actually need a few more things. God, there's quite a lot of parts in this. One of those. We need 6 tiles, and I think I put all my tiles in here. No, I'm saying that those are the small ones, so they're going to be in here. So 6 of these. There's 4. Nope, it's not one of them. It's not the grid one, it's just that. There we go. Jumper plates. I think I put the jumper plates in this one. It's a grey. Oh, did I put them somewhere else? Oh, there it is. One of those and one of those and 2 clips. Jeez, there's a lot of parts. Is it grey clips, dark clips? There we go. Wow, that's a lot. Right. So we're building this little piece here. So right off the bat, we'll put in the tiles right at the top. Always work from the top down or bottom up, but are you... Wait till I grab this because I want you ripping.
Ripping it out.
Just, I seen that cable move. It's my spidey senses kicking in. Everything's in the way here. A bit of memory in the cable, that's better. Right, back to business. Right, so these jumper plates are the wee snot pieces. So these pieces are quite important because it changes the orientation of the placement. So you see the 2 studs, it then turns it into a different location for a attachment. So a lot of builders use them. There's a lot of stuff I really don't know. I mean, it's still all new to me. Right, these little tile pieces are going in here. There we go. And then these are going up the side. Quite a nice... oh, I put that the wrong way. Goes the other way. So the old brick separator. Let's go with that. That's it. That's it. There we go. And then these 2 little clips are going in here, facing that way. There we go. And then we've got a couple... No, we don't have... No, that's just not pieces that were already in. But, oh, do you know what? I don't need these. That's up here. Dum dum. Dum dum dum. Right. I've just noticed that. Funny enough, it's actually going... That's going there. This one's got this jumper plate. And then that's going there. Right, we don't need these either because they were in... I've got my bits mixed up. I don't need that either. Right, so that's that part done. Yep. Right, 8:30 we're on to it. So we now get some of these... what we got? 2 grey. 2 Earl Greys. 4 of these gold. So again, just for people that maybe are coming in, even people that watch this on a later date, this is the Lego Millennium Falcon UCS, which the UCS stands for Ultimate Collector Series. So theoretically, it's like, you know, it's like the best of the best of a Millennium Falcon. Big scale, you know, quite detailed. Very good, very nice. And also, let's not be kidded, obviously an aggravated price list. But again, I got this for a really, really good price, to be honest. And as I say, this for me is a bucket list build. So I've been wanting to build this for a very long time. And I'm building it right here now. And again, on this stream, I do build a lot of stuff. I don't... In fact, funny enough, just when I say I build stuff, so this here, just because it's Christmas. This is the Christmas tree, and this top part here spins round. We actually built the large version of the Christmas tree. Yeah, there's actually one where you've got two separate Christmas trees, but this is the large version. I'll maybe turn it a little bit. Oh, no, maybe not. In fact, let's just do this. So there is the Christmas tree. Candles fell off, but we can get that replaced. Very nice build. I said that as straight as a face that I could as possible, because I'm not going to lie, it was quite tedious. Now, I also built the poinsettia as well, which was another. It's a botanical build. Botanical builds can be quite. They're good, but they have got a lot of parts. So you might be building with four heads of flowers, and they're going to be the same builds. And I try and do it. Look at wee Grogu's face there. Oh dear. Wee Grogu. Right. Funny enough, we watched The Mandalorian yesterday. So I've seen it. I've watched it. Anya hasn't seen it, so she's in the process of. Hey, hold on. Yes, there is more parts. Anya's in the process of watching it. So I've seen it all, but I actually quite like going back over it because there's stuff that I see that I kind of semi forgot. Right, that's is that a one by? I think that's in there, so I think that's a one before. So we get that, we've got that, we need that. We need a little doohickey thing. Here it is. I think that's like a car trailer type thing. How many? One? Yeah, one. And a clip. There's a clip. I think that's it. Oh, we need a I think that's it. Right, here we go, let's build this. Let's build it. So, yeah, Grogu's quite cute. He's quite mischievous. Mischievous little personage. But the character's just great. They've really made a good job. And, you know, of all the Star Wars characters that they could have, made a storyline of, I think it's quite good that they did Grogu, because the whole, like, even the species, like Yoda, so he was called Baby Yoda because he basically was a younger version of Yoda, but Yoda in Yaddle is the female version. There's not a lot is written about those characters, and George Lucas did that on purpose because I think he wanted Yoda to be almost like an unknown entity. So you don't really get a lot of information with Yoda, like where he's from, his planet, how he lived, blah, yada yada yada, Yoda. You don't really know. So there we go. That's what we built so far. And George Lucas kept it that way for a purpose. And I think on the long run, I think it's actually a pretty good idea to have characters that really don't have an unknown. And the fact that the Mandalorian made Grogu is quite because when you think about it, the fact that Yoda and Yaddle obviously got together and possibly made Grogu, so there's like a connection that they can take, which I think is really good. Right, what we got here? We've got big grey plates, which should be in. Are they? I don't think they're going to be long enough in there. Now, what size is that? The 3s? Yeah, we've actually got a 3. I think it's a 3. But yeah, it's good. I think it creates a wee bit of a kind of mysterious factor with Grogu. they're quite a long piece now. Okay, I'm just looking. Yeah, these are going up the end here. So, oh, I think they're actually only 2s. So I'm going to put them back and grab the little 2 plate. Right, these are going here, which means it's going to give me the length that I need to cover that. So they might be... Oh, there they are there. That's it. That's it. There's the other one there. Cool. I thought I was... No, sorry, I was missing a piece, but... Right, these... Oh, no, that can't be... Right, hold on. What have I done here? I've done something. Or have I? Ah. Where are these 2 bits going? I've put them there, but I don't think that... No, they're not there, actually. Right, hold on. Take them off. Right, these are going here. And I'd imagine they're going to fit. Yeah. Right. So where are the 2 single bits going? Ah, there they are. Up here. So they're going in here. Oh, no. Do you know what? They're not the 2s. They are the 3s. So get them back. And I'm going to repick. See, I think it's good. I think it creates a new storyline. So there we go. They're going right in the middle. There we go. That's it. Right. Onward and downward. So we're adding a lot of little detail. Ooh, baby. So Anya's here. Just, well, you've seen her feet. Unless I've unscrewed my legs and put them down there. But Anya's here. So Anya came down the other day. Is that you?
It's what I'm watching.
See, that's when somebody has a phone ringtone with that tune.
I've changed it to Santa Claus now.
I wonder why. So these wee guns are featured quite a lot in this build, which is quite nice. Little puck, I think it's one of those. Is it a puck with a see-through hole? Now, is there a... Right, wait till we see here. I think it might be that one. I'm going to go with that. Right, let's just go with that. Let's go with it. That's going up the top here. I think I've got everything I need. I see these 2 are going down these jumper plates. So again, little detailing. I'm just going to square that up. There we go, nice and flush. These 2 little eyeballs are up here. Slightly overhanging. Then the guns are going in here. Oh God. Anya, answer your phone. There we go. So, nice little detail on actually up here. Right, where have we got... So we put... Where are these real parts going? See them. So they're going down here. So again, it's just filling up this little space in here with little points of attachment, which is quite nice. And that's us done that. So step 834. Right, we've got a lot of parts. I don't know whether to just dip in and... No, I'm going to get them all out actually. I think when you get them all weighed out here, you know when you've done it all. Because we're all guilty of doing a little onto the next build and going, I'll get extra parts that I really shouldn't have. Now what colour is that? See, it looks like this colour. Yeah, it's got to be in it. It's got to be grey. We've got 2 more of those ones there. Again, we're probably just doing the same kind of detailing we did before. And then we get one of these, which is a nice wee bit of grill. I think they were in the Millennium Falcon, the midi size. And we've got one of these pucks here, the kind of tile top puck. What else have we got? Binoculars and 2 pipes. So there's the pipes. Where did that other one go? There it is. You got them. And binoculars. Where are they? Could have been here. Oh god, where are they? There they are. Right, I think that's all the parts we need. So what we've got going on here, we've built this little piece of the binoculars. These are getting these 2 pipes shoved right into them. Oh, I can't pick this up now. Oh, I'm going to have to go right round. And they're at the races. They're on the home straight. Got it. Don't drop. There we go. That's it. Textbook. Right, so that's clipping in there. In fact, that's clipping in. Yeah, it's going in like that. It's quite nice actually. Then we've got these 2 parts are going at the edge, so they're going in like that. So just in there. The little grill piece is going up here actually. Just in there, it's quite nice. Then we've got this puck part is going in that little piece here. Oh, it's so different. There we go, got it. And we've got this part, I think it's going in this one. Oh, jeez. Try that again. Go this way. There we go. And then the 2 grill parts down here, facing, I believe it's going to be that way. Yeah. There we go. That's that little part. Right, we're now going to be building underneath. So I might just, I'm just going to grab, I'm just going to do a little dip technique. So they're going like that. That's going to join that across. That's that one I need. Yeah, it must be overhang. Yeah, it's overhanging. So Daniel-san. Right. So I need 2 of these actually. Oh, see, you try to get stuff out and it just rumbles. All rumble up. Right, they're going to go in there and there. Then we can put this bit on the top. There we go. And then we've got these little yellow clips. There we go. Right, 2 little 1x2s. Oh, hiccups. And then a little grey. So there we go. And then we've got white. It's a white brick actually. There. So that's going at the back, and then we've got little blue, which I see in here. So 2 up here. Oh, excuse me. And then we've got those little inverted kind of wedge tile pieces. Get the right way. Right. So this is then going to bolt in here. So you can see that what's happening here. There's a little gap, and then they join there. There's a little gap here. Perfect. There we go. That's what we've got so far. Right, over the page. So we're going over 318, 319, 319. Step 836. So here we go. We're building another 2 of these blocks. Right, they are going in like there and there. quite interesting because we're building, we've got clips. Got 2 clips, we've got one in the middle. In fact, I've got the one in the middle actually. I thought I had another yellow clip there, but it wasn't. It wasn't to be. And then we've got a one by. That's going over there, keeping them together. Right, now we've got a longer. It's a grey piece. Okay. Now is that? No, that is that colour. Is it? No. See, this is where sometimes the colour representation in. So I'm just looking at the other pieces that I've got just to make sure that, yeah, it's got to be that colour. Because it doesn't look like it. See, I would say that was grey, but I don't. There's nothing on here that should be in there, if you know what I mean. Not that I can see, but. So I've got 4 of these. Bring another one. No, that's not the right piece. But what I'm thinking is, I don't see that colour, so I'm wondering if I've already put it in here, but I don't see it in here unless it was put in this top part. I don't really want to dismantle this, but I might just take a couple pieces off just to make sure that we have got the right pieces in. I don't think it really makes a difference. No, I don't think. Something tells me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 6 by 2. It's the right piece, but the colour there looks grey compared to this colour, but this is the same as that, so I think it's going to be hidden. In fact, it is going to be hidden. I'm kinda. It freaks me out a little bit. When I build Lego, I like to get it really perfect, and I don't like bits that are kinda. I'm looking back here to see if. No. No, because that was a. No, I don't see that. I don't see that brick colour actually. No. I don't think. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. But something tells me that that's not. Nah, right. We'll just. We're gonna go with it. If it turns up, I can always slightly rebuild if necessary. Yeah, that goes there. But it's one of those things. Sometimes you do get parts that. Maybe it's just a different. Maybe they get the colour wrong. Maybe I don't know. As I say, if it turns up, it turns up. I don't think it will. It's covered anyway. You're not going to see it as such. But I don't like that when you get a piece that's, you know. Oh, there it is. You swine. Right. Let's rip that off. Right, so we've got the piece. Look, that's it there. See? Which is good because that might be something that is technically, you know, could be. Did I build this part right? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, damn, I built that part wrong. That's going to go with that. Sorry. There we go. Right. Well, that wasn't too bad. We found it. Luckily. Always good in the hood. There we go. So that's what we've got so far. And then we've got these little tile pieces. 2 of these. And they're going just in like that. Right, some wing pieces. Probably, is that the right? Oh my goodness, that's really not happened before. You get the right orientation of those wing parts. Usually it's always the wrong side that you get. Although I think these are multifunctional, which is quite good. Right, there we go. Down here we've got a tail piece, which is in the tail piece section. That's going to go across like that. And then we've got little, we've got little wedge pieces. Where did they come into it? Ah, they were kind of hiding. Oh, I cannot pick this up. Gimme it. Got it. Quite difficult to get them in. I probably would have done that. There we go. That's it in. There it is. Right, now we've got these little. Oh, it's only one. I think it's just a single. I think it's a 1x2 up there. Right, there we go. That's where we are, and we're over the page. 319 over the book. 320. Right, there we go. 800 and I'm having a little drink. And a little chocolata. Anybody that's in America, best, well, we call it chocolate, you call it candy. Best chocolate ever, Dairy Milk. End of story. Right. Got all the parts that we need. Oh, itchy nose. So, simple little build here. Part going there. Part going on top. And then that part is going just in there in that different angle. And then rinse and repeat. We could probably actually put this in situ. There we go. Right, 845. So this is going to attach onto here. It's a simple little fit. In fact, it's going like that. No. Have I missed something here?
Breakfast.
Ah, right, I got it. Right, so yeah, I thought it was attaching here, which could have been a, but you'd think that would go flush up in here, but it's actually sitting on top. So there you go. So there's a little bit of a gap here, which is interesting. Which kind of throws me off a little bit. Breakfast. Right, 846. Again, we've got these little tile pieces. 2 of that. 2 of these. So basically, we're just adding them on. Pretty easy step build here. That goes on there. That attaches on to there. And these are going in just in here. So that step up makes it flush. Nice. There we go. 847, 4 Technic pins. Pretty easy. Blue Technics. Obviously, you try and grab these and they just spin away. So these are going to be the attachment points. So probably in the next step, I'd imagine we're going to be attaching these on. So basically just in there. Oh, ah, right. It's not the Technic pin. It's the slotted parts that go in. So we'll get them round the right way. There we go. Right, So I imagine we go over the page here, 320 to 321. Oh, we're actually not. Yeah, we're going to be adding the sides, I take it. So here we go. Yeah, a bit of sidage. A bit of sidage. Right, we've got one of these. I believe it's that. Okay, it's not a 2 times build, so there we go. Big part, 2 of these grey. So I think we're just going, we're splitting the difference, half and half. There we go. And then these are the same, I think they're going 2 and 2. Yeah, there we go. Right, towel pieces. So we've actually got, what have we got? 3 of these and 1 of these. There we go. Right, we'll probably put, so these ones are all coming down this way. This one is going there, I take it. And then we've got another set down here. There we go. Make sure they're all squeezed on. And there we go. Now a little bit of detail in here. So we have got one tile there, which is basic. We'll just put it on. It's going in there, in the middle. We've got a 4-piece. I've actually got 4 of these, I believe. So we'll just pull these all out. Oh my goodness. These little tubs, these are quite small, these ones, but they're good for holding parts. You've got parts everywhere. And then one of the most frustrating builds I think I did was, well, it wasn't a Lego product, it was, I don't even know the name of the company. But it was like a coffee machine, but it was a mini scale build, so it was a rather small build. It was a nightmare. It's like a building like these bricks, but scaling them down to like a micro size or micro-ish brick. Oh man, I tell you, Anya actually came home that day, and she spent the next little part sorting them all out because I was losing my SHIT. I was just gonna, it was so, like, you spent a good portion of the time just, fingering through stuff, and it was just a nightmare. Right, there we go. So we're flipping it over, and we've got some little brick components going in. We've got 2 of these, and then we've got these hinge parts. But yeah, it was an absolute nightmare, and I was losing it. I was really losing the build. A few builds like that Christmas tree. So I built that in the poinsettia, and I think at the end I was starting to kind of lose it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's just when you get a slightly demanding build, fun, but it's demanding, and I was starting to lose it. Right, there we go. And then we've got some little jumper plates there too. But yeah, I think back to yeah. Well, that's quite interesting. So when you put that plate there, it's going to engage in here, but it's not going to engage in there. It's pretty cool. But yeah, maybe doing that was not the best. Not the best thing. So 3, 2, 1. We're over the page. 322 page number for the page freaks. And we're in step 854, so we're turning it back over. We're getting a little single piece here. Should be able to see it. Might be in, yeah, is it dark? No, it's actually, that's there. So that's going to go down like so. There we go. So this is then going to clip in. So we've basically got it orientated this way, and this is going to clip on like this. So you can see where it's going to go. These 2 yellow pins clip in here, pretty simple. Bob's your doodads. In fact, is that going to go edge to edge, I'd imagine? Yeah. That very jabbly. So you see what it creates. It creates that angle. So as I say, these are going top of the access where the cockpit is. There's the passenger loading ramp. I've called that something different every single time I do it. I call it something different. Right, I think we're building roughly a similar side, but maybe a little bit different. I'll see if they got a different build sequence, maybe. But that they actually have it. It's the exact same. So, oh come on, give me. So, there we go. Right, over the page. 323 we're on to now. Step 859. So imagine we're going to do the same, that little grey plate at the end, which is actually, did it have an overhang? Do you know I'm going to build these first? Here are these, let's get them out. And let's just put, oh, no, that needs to go that way. So that's going there. That plate there then attaches, yeah, it is actually flush. There we go. I wonder if the birds, you know, I need to open the blinds actually, the sun's disappeared. Right, here we go. So we're putting on some detailing. Let's get that part, which I think is going to be, yeah, it's going to be that way. So I can actually put that on. That goes in like that. That goes up there. We've got a dark one. We've then got two. Oh god, these, my fingers. they fit, but they don't fit. I think we've actually got 4 of these. And then we've got some grill attachments, grill pieces. But we've got the darker, and that's the way. There we go. Right. Do you know what? We'll put these pieces in because we know where they go. They go up here. And that one goes along the top. Then we've got grey one here, a little bit of detailing. There we go.
You thought you snapped that one?
No snappage. Turning it over, and then you can see here, again, we've got the same thing. We've got these little Ron Burgundy pieces going in.
Oh, that's a funny film.
You see that bit where he goes, ha 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 ha. He's doing all that stuff.
That's a great film.
Do you know what? I don't think I've actually seen it. I've seen clips from it, but
We need to watch it.
I've never actually
So
seen
good.
it. Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I love Will Ferrell.
He's absolutely
He's a
numpty.
brilliant actor.
He's actually a good drummer. Do you see the guy for the Red Hot Chili Peppers? The drummer's his double.
Yeah.
You've seen them together?
No?
Because I think Will Ferrell actually does drums.
Yeah.
And the two of them are playing, and I swear to God, they're like twins. I don't actually know the name of the Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer, but.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Ba-dee ba ba ba-dee ba 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 ba-dee ba. That's a bad. There we go. Equipage. So that's the. That's actually really quite nice. That's the upper torso. Right, so we've got some little parts, greebles to fit. Tile pieces are here. But we've got a square and a little, should be a 1x2. And then we've got this kind of weird, I think it's that. It's a very strange piece. I don't know. I'm not going to say that's a piece that's been really familiar. So right, so we've got this going up here. And that little 1x2 at the back of that. And then this piece here, which is very like almost like an Airfix kit type part. That is going, so it's going through the middle hole, so it's going in here. And that's actually really quite nice. A nice little bit of detailing, if you look here. I don't know if that's a regular Lego part. I really don't know. Right, that's that bit done. 323, so 324. So we're now going to attach this to the Falcon. So you can see here, It's the driver's side of the Falcon, which is the cockpit side. So I need to get all my little tubs of delight. So obviously we're going to be building the other side. So get all my parts down here out the way. Let's get the camera angle up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Here's the Falcon and all its glory. Yeah, so having the stand, it'd be sitting up like this, at that 60-degree angle, and I can actually build on it, which, you know, yeah, I didn't know that at the time. So MD that's actually building this at a later date, buy the stand that you're going to build, whether it's a Technic one, or whether it's a pre-built Perspex, well, I think it's Perspex. Buy it and then use it to mount it on, and it makes the build easier. So, top tip from somebody that's in the middle of building this, hunk of junk, as Han Solo would say. She doesn't look much kid, but she's got it when it counts. So here we go. This is the so we built the under. So here's the smooth action loading ramp, which is it's got a really nice action. Possibly could do some modifications on. As I say, after this, I think I'm going to do a lot of mods. But so this is going to go this way. So imagine we're going in here and here. So wait, I just want to get the orientation. So that's going up like that. Oh, this is going to be quite satisfying. Oh yeah. Right, this one might be a wee bit tricky to get in. It's just finding the hole. Oh, there we go. Yep, I'm in. Wow. So there's the top and bottom of the old passenger access ramp. So there's going to be a part going on here. Fit it on there. Oh, she's starting to look a lot like Christmas. Mm. Right, so obviously, what I'm going to do is I'm going to orientate the Falcon round, because we're going to be building the other side. So we're going to be building this part. So shove it along a little bit, and then let's turn it over. We're on page now number 325 in step 866. Right, here we go. Rinse and repeat, as they say. Oh, another little drink before we start. Heads up, cheers. Right, so much the same as before. Walk in there. There we go. Turn it over. We've got the little red, the little Ron Burgundy stripe in there. Ah, ah, ah! Oh dear. And these are going on like that. So again, this build's going to be probably a little bit quicker, although I think it's a little bit different in terms of the setup, which is quite nice. It keeps it a little bit different, keeps it fresh. Means that you're not building just the exact same stuff. So I'm going to put these on. I might just build this as I see it, which is my preference of building and not putting stuff out on the table. Or putting all the components here, because I think it cuts a little bit less time. Because we're already... Oh, we're still only 50 minutes into the build, roughly. Mr. Confident. Right, so they're going in there. Do we have another brick? Is it hiding? Oh, now have I used that brick somewhere else? Is the question. Definitely says 2. Check my other parts. Right, I don't have that colour of brick. Do you know, I'm wondering if I might move this one. I'm trying to think what's visible, and I don't really think anything's visible, so... Right, I'm trying to think logically here. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because... Yeah, it's got to be... I definitely don't see it. I wonder... Right, I'm just going to have to put this part in. It's the wrong colour. PTS CB BAM. Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? Welcome in. Interesting name. So, yeah, I don't like that, actually. I'm trying to think, have I got a brick? Oh, let me think. Do you know what? Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to see, because I did build a Porsche that had sort of grey bricks, but I wonder if they had any dark bricks, just to see. I've got my spare tubs here. So I'm just going to have a little nosy, just because I would quite like to have the correct... No, I don't think there's any in there. And I don't think I've got any in this either. I think the answer to that is no. Oh, hello. Hello, nurse. Right. I actually do. So the good thing about building Lego, you have spares. So it's not, this is going to be hidden, but oh, it's planes, trains, sirens, cars, buses, boats and more, right? Know who you are. Welcome in, welcome back, buddy. It's good to see you. So this is actually a spare brick I've got, and I'm going to put it in because it wants that colour. It's going to be hidden, you're not going to see it, but I would sleep better tonight knowing full well that I've got the right colour of brick in that part. And I don't want to put the light grey and end up missing a light grey, so there we go. Danger averted. So how you doing, buddy? I hope you're good. It's good to see you back. I don't know. Planes, trains, I see cars, buses, boats, and more. So your PTX underscore CB. Yeah. I see where you're going with that. I'm getting the Kobe Lego Lancaster bomber. That's cool. Kobe's actually I have looked at Kobe stuff. I mean, I'm not saying. In fact, that does go with that. Yeah, the Kobe stuff looks good because they build military stuff. I think they're pretty cool, and I think they're really good builds actually. In fact, Kobe do the. There's a place here in the UK. It's called the Tank Museum. It's down south, down in England, and they sell a lot of Kobe stuff. And they actually do there's a big Panzer tank. Is it That's not Panzer. Is that no? What's the name of the tank? Tiger. It's a Tiger tank. They do a big. I think it's like a 1/12 scale. It's a couple £100 to buy, but it's huge. I mean, it looks really good. But I think as a kind of brick alternative, I think they're really good actually. Yeah, Kobe. I've heard of Kobe. Right, over the page we go. 326 is the page number we're heading on to. Step 187. Step 870. Right, so I don't know where to get the parts out for this because there's a lot of little 6.5 dozen in it, really. Clip. Sometimes it can be a little bit better to get all the pieces out. There's a little Ron Burgundy piece. Oh, you seen some at Buxford? Cool. Yeah, it looks really good. You know, I think it's. I think Revel have done a U-boat which looks. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite big though, but it looks amazing to be honest. I think it's interesting that like the whole brick system is good. I think, and because it can integrate with Lego as well, I believe it does. I think that's a good thing because I think Lego will always have their own market, their own followers, and yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if Kobe came to me and said, "Oh, could you build this Panzer tank, the 112?" I'll go, "Yeah." Don't know where I'd put it, but well, where are we going to put it? I think Anya's sleeping.
No, I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Mhm.
She's on the verge.
Relaxing.
No, so yeah, I probably would build them actually. I think they're quite a good alternative to Lego. I really want them to do a Lego model of the Volvo B7T LAL X400. Is that like a? That'll be a kind of military thing, I take it. Is that like a carrier? Yeah, stuff they do is great. I mean, I think they do one of the Blackbird, which is my favourite aircraft of all time, the SR-71 Blackbird. And if, yeah, maybe tempted a little bit. Now, was that clip? Was that clip a? It looks like a burgundy one. Yeah, I think I put a grey, but I think it's actually a Ron. I need to stop saying that. It's a burgundy clip. I put a grey one in, put it in there. I think it's a burgundy. Was it wine? Got another clip there. And we've got that little piece there. Oh, there's two of them. We need another one. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna. I should bookmark that actually and check it. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna take a screenshot. That's the easiest solution. I'll take a screenshot and I'll look that up. I think that'll be quite. Cause I do like a lot of kind of military stuff. I'm not like. I mean, if you say that like a Volvo, I mean, I wouldn't know what it is. But I'm quite interested in like military vehicles and stuff, like tanks. I'm always like to kind of do a lot of YouTube stuff. You know, I love watching stuff like that. I mean, aviation is really my biggest kind of passion, I suppose. But as I say, I do like tanks. Of all that stuff. Right, we need different coloured stuff here actually. Just when I see, I should have some of these tan. Yeah, there's three of them. I mean, for me, World War II stuff is just it's funny when you start talking about stuff like this and you go, "Oh, World War II was fast," and it's fascinating. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, it was a horrible thing that happened, and people lost their lives fighting for a cause. But the tactics and the actual machinery involved was just fascinating. And sadly, it's probably actually going to become, say, it's not. There's going to be a generation that probably really don't know. Well, I mean, Napoleonic Wars and stuff we don't really know much about, because time kind of erases kind of history in a way. But yeah, I'll check that out, that vehicle. Cue the next X amount of days where I'm probably going to be absolutely neck deep in videos, and I'll go down that rabbit hole and you end up just looking at God, so much stuff. But that's the best. That's the best time, to be honest. When you actually do that, you go down that rabbit hole, and you're looking at stuff, and then you'll go into another vehicle that's similar but different. Funny enough, I was actually looking or talking about this the other day. Do you know what a Riva is? Is that not a train? ARRIVA. Is that sounds like a train? Do they make trains or buses or something transporty? I think.
Arriva's a train.
There's a train in it. I've actually played one of my favourite games. Train buses. So do they make trains as well, or do they just make buses? Because I play Train Sim World. Oh, great game. That's all of it. And I'll just get Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. Buses. I'm going to put this in first. So that's going like that. Doink. Just buses in Britain. So did they make trains elsewhere then? Like for the European market, Spain and whatever. So it's just buses here. So probably if you're kind of interested in buses, we have Stagecoach. So I think up here in Scotland there's different areas. So like where I stay, like the west coast of Scotland, we have Stagecoach, but up in Glasgow you'll get First Bus, and what's the other? She's dozing.
I'm awake, I can hear you.
Yeah, but I just said that it was what's the other?
McGill's.
McGill's. So when I went up to Glasgow, there's a lot of bus. I mean, First Bus is probably the biggest one, biggest franchise up there, but Stagecoach isn't up there.
It is, but it's not like.
Yeah, but it's almost like gangs. You couldn't run. But down where I stay, it's all Stagecoach stuff. I'm down in Kent, so I have all the bus brands. Yeah, you'll be spoiled for choice. It's funny actually. I've never. I know that it's probably there's a lot of people. You know how you get like people that spot buses now. I don't get angry when people say plane spotter. I was never really to me a plane spotter, which is a good thing, but I get kind of angry when people say plane spotting because it turns it into a wee bit kind of geeky. But I suppose it is. People do collect serial numbers and all that. I was just a plane enthusiast. I just loved watching planes coming in and out. But it's the same with buses. Just a marvel of technology, really. Buses, and people take buses for granted, but you get Dennis and God, I'm trying to think of all the. Funny enough, I get vans in at my work, so I'm quite used to having like a big 18-wheeler come in and all the different makes, and you'll see ones that are quite. Like at Christmas, we get a lot of what we call agency drivers. So it'll be, so the company will basically look for guys that have got their own cab, for instance, and they'll be able to do deliveries for the company I work for. Oh, do you record them for you? Do you know? I'll need to check that out. I think it's very interesting. But a lot of people, people do get, oh, you're a bus spotter. You know what people are like. Anything that's, anything that's a little bit different, people get a little bit sort of, how can you put it? Not grouchy, but they get quite kind of like, because if you're doing something really kind of weird. Right, here we go, some little greeblies on here. Where is this one going? They did say 2. It's up here. There we go, it's in there. Square that up. But it's funny actually, like you go on a bus and that's it. A lot of people just use it as for what it is, but there's a lot of ingenuity. There's a lot of technology that's happening in buses now. You know, electrics and all manner of fascinating things. And it's yeah, I mean, you think, you know, I maybe go to my mum and dad's, or I go somewhere, I hop on a bus. You don't think about it, but you know, there's a lot of people got fascinations with buses, and it's a great thing. Oh, there's a couple of these parts actually, and a couple of them. What else have we got? Some guns. In fact, where I lived before, my next door neighbour became a bus driver, which is quite interesting. Now, I'm looking for. It's a big pulley piece, which I don't. I see it. It's in here. Don't worry. Don't panic. Got it. Yeah, it's a fascinating world we live in. And technology is just it's a great thing. Scary, actually. You know, people can make buses and then can make a missile that basically picks the correct window to go through to demolish a building. it's frightening. It really is. Right, what have we got here? We'll start at the top because it is quite similar to the last part we built. There and there. Let's put these pieces, so that's going in there. This other one's going, yep, on there. So there's the two grill pieces. Got a little gun down here, and it's going up like that way. Right, these parts are actually really quite interesting. So these are going that way. These hook onto these parts, like in the middle, and it just creates a very interesting kind of variation on a bit of kind of greebly. Word. Greebly. That's what it is, really. Greeblies. So these two tan pieces are going on here just to give a bit of variation in the hull. I'm going to square them up by doing... Oh, no, I can't. Maybe I can do it this way. There we go. Square them up a little bit. There we go. Nice. Another two guns are up here. So they're basically going... One's going one way. One's going the other way. There we go. Well, of a job, boy. It's a nice little bit of detail in that. So that's that part, that page done. Over the page we go. 327, 874. So yeah, a little shout out for planes, trains, and your name. See when you first came up, and it was like, "Oh, welcome in, planes, trains, science." I must admit, it was quite funny. But yeah, I'll check that out. I quite like having stuff to check out once I finish my stream. I need to check your chat. I don't know if I've actually been in your channel. I need to. I'm sure I've subscribed. If I haven't, I'll subscribe and check out your stuff. It's good to know. Right, so we've got this little part going on. Right, so let's get these like that. Get them facing the right way. So we've got the old burgundy piece, but it's a longer piece. It's there. It's going in there at the back. These little yellow parts. So we're coming up. We're getting very close. See to the end. Yeah, 1620. We're actually going to be. So these bags are now taking quite a nice amount of time to sort of build. It's not like too long. The first couple of bags in this were very, very very meaty, very big bags, like a lot of building, to the point where I really didn't know what the format was going to be, because there was so much. But the bags are now starting to get a little bit more of a kind of Lego bag size, and not like being very sort of like just a mass of parts. Because I suppose now we're building kind of parts that are a little bit more, your normal Lego build size. Right, so this is now going to go again, same attach in here. That's quite a nice positive fit. Right, here we go. We are now going to be building, get the little Technic brick there. We've got another 2 of these. That gets rid of that. So that's a tub out the way. Always good when you start clearing tubs. There we go. Right. Yeah, that's that grey part. I thought I'd have missing part there again. I was like I get panicky, but you start to go. Little clips in the end. Here's this grey piece that we thought we had missing before. And then we're building these up here. So another good build this week. And we're kind of moving along. I think, again, I haven't really looked. I sort of wanted to finish this build at Christmas, which was my kind of plan of attack. I never really looked at the, how long it was going to take roughly, but back in the day it was like how long's a bit of string. You don't know. You don't really know how long it's going to take, so, and that's one of the reasons why I upped the build time a little bit by incorporating an extra build day through the Wednesday, which has kind of pushed us along a little bit. And it's not that I want to finish this as quick as possible, but we do have other builds to build, and it's an exciting time for the channel. Right, there we go. So we're up here. So 881. But dare I say, we've got more to build. So I did build the poinsettia off stream. I was going to come on. I went, those kind of builds can be quite challenging. And I thought, yeah, if I get a little bit frustrated, it possibly could be, yeah, it's maybe better just to build it in private. I don't know if there's been a big demand for that one. It was a nice build and it was an interesting build, but I don't think it's for everybody, really. Right, over we go. 883, page number 329. But I enjoyed building it, but it was very frustrating, a very technical build, so, not one that you go, oh, that was really, it was nice, but I think sometimes with those builds it can be very frustrating because it's a lot of multiple step builds. It's like building like 4 of these, for instance. It could get quite tedious building 4 of these, if you know what I mean. Right, these are going like this. So I think they're going up there. There we go, and then we'll just do the little part at the end there. I wonder about Dave. I've not seen Dave about for a while. I miss Dave, all sprue and glue. Right, so this is attaching now. So remember before, this actually just goes up like so. There we go. That's nice. Right, we're turning it over. Technic pins, which are here. Again, they just saw in there. So it's not the actual the pin part. It's like a screwdriver part. The Phillips, or is this even the other part? Don't know. Right, there we go. Right, so we're building up. So a nice wee attachment. So we've got this wheel. I've actually seen this part. It's been staring at me for a while. Another one there. And then we've got this part and that little Pokey dokey. So that's going there. So this is a rather interesting piece. I think we're going dots up by the looks of it. So there's two ways, dots and kind of, it's like a wheel basically. So we're putting it this part up. And then that is going to lock this part in, which is quite nice. So that just locks that in here at the end. Over the page, 329, we're going over to 330. Right, 887. So we'll now put that to the side because we're going to be building these attachment points. So we've got that, and that's going up like so. And then we've got this big part. Again, splitting the difference. Two of these. There we go. And then we've got more. So we've got we've actually got a different piece here. So we've got two, and then that. So we've got this dark piece going on here, and then they're going there. There we go. Now we've got a little different. So we've got different grill parts going on here. So we've got the two darks, and then the two light greys. So we've got a little bit of variation on it, and then we've got this part here. No, it's the other part. It's that one. And then I think we've got a tile. So we've got how many darks? One, and one. Right. So this part's going down the bottom, and then what we've got is light, dark, and then we've got dark, and then we've got the light, which is quite a nice wee bit of detail in there. There we go. And I think we're going to turn it over. Oh, going to put the rib sections in. So one of them, we've got two of them actually. Two and two and two. There we go. So that one's going there. And then we get the two greys. Nice clip. There we go. Turning it over. So get two of these. And then we've got, oh that's right, we've got a wee bird. These are going in, so I'm going to get them out for the next step. And then we've got two of these. So they are going in like so. That's going at the end. That, we're going to just do the next step because we know that's going in there. Hi, again, it's me, Chaos 11. Again. Hi, because you've changed your name, haven't you? How you doing, Chaos 11? Welcome back, buddy. It's good to see you in. Welcome to the stream. Right, so we've done that. We kind of jumped ahead because we knew what we were doing. Right, so we've got it like this, and then we're attaching this on here. So base, it's right at the end of the clip. So there we go. Nice, nice detailed piece. Right, over the page. So again, we're going to be building pretty much the other side. There we go. Big book. 895 is the number of the beast. Right, here we go. So again, pretty much the same. Two of these. That's going to go midpoint. That's going to go 2 and 2. And then we've got. We're now at the stage where we're losing tubs fast. In fact, really, I could get rid of pretty much all of these. Oh, missed. There we go. Right, so what we got? Right, we've got greys going this side. And then we've got white grey, and that piece. There we go. Right. What do we need here? We've got basically we've got all of these here. And that. What else? That. I think that might be it. So we're going here. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds.
Oh.
It was wine. Guy had the wrong button. He pressed the wrong buzzer. Right, folks, that was the actual delivery,
I don't know when to
and I took it in. It was wine, and I went, maybe Anya's ordered this, but we don't really drink wine, so it was the wrong address. It was upstairs. Right. I thought it was
Is
good.
it dark out there, Danny?
I think it
I
is.
think it is.
Right, so yeah, I could easily have took that there for a second,
And that's what happens all the time, though, Danny.
but then I probably looked at the label and I'd probably taken it up.
No, I get 2 boxes. I got a box of 12 rosé prosecco. I'll bring some down for your mum and that for Christmas Day. And then I got 6 nice bottles of my red that I
There
like.
we go. So yeah, wine. No, it wasn't for me though. Thought it was in there. Yeah. I don't really. To be honest, eh.
Oh, I like a couple of glasses.
No, I
of
do
wine,
like a wee bit of wine,
not
but
too much.
yeah. So I think this part. Remember we replaced that part with a dark grey. I think that was the wrong colour, but it is what it is, as they say in the Dodoński. But yeah, I was just wondering there because Anya sometimes will order stuff, and I kind of know she'll probably say, "I've got stuff coming," but it's not really like, you know. I'm not saying that I don't know that it's coming, but yeah, I was completely like. I mean, I probably would have. Probably would have took it. Right, quite this clips in. Oh, try and get it in there. There we go. There we go. So there we go. That's the another part of the hull. Oh, we missed this little part. Just when I see it, that goes in there. Look. Yeah, that's there. We just missed that little step. There we go. So that's that part done. We've got a little greebly attachment going on here. So just this step here, it looks as if it's going in. Yeah, so that's going in there. And then this little, it's quite an interesting part, this. That just goes into that little hole. And it's just a nice, interesting little attachment at the end there. It's quite nice. Get this light up. This light keeps, it keeps turning down. Right. So, oh, do we have any? I could have maybe some more greebles. In fact, we don't. We've actually got quite a few spares. So, as I said before, this part was probably the wrong colour. So I've got a spare part, and then we've got quite a lot of little. It's the usual affairs. If you look at it, get all my trays down here. So it's single parts. There's a little pistol piece, some little tiles, one of these, which is quite a nice little part to have, and a little pole there, so they can get in the old spare jar. We're really looking quite a lot. Right, so this is just attaching to the other side. So we've got the Falcon sort of pre-ready for it. It's almost like the Onyx Cinder. It's kind of very, very similar. Right, so let's get it over here. Let's get this camera up so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. In fact, I'll just check to make sure that camera's in a good position. Gives me a little bit of time to grab a little refreshment. So again, attachment points here. They're basically going into here and here. So here we go. I might actually go with the back first maybe. Although, let's maybe try and wiggle it in the back. There we go, that's it in. Yeah, Technic pieces can be a... There we go, that's it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So again, when you put that in, it holds these angle pieces quite nice. So yeah, that's really looking quite nice. So that is going to conclude this part of the build. That's bag number 11 done and dusted. I'll show you some more details here. But this bag, so bag 12, yeah, so bag 12 is actually going to do quite a lot by the looks of it. So interesting enough, we get Finn minifig and BB-8 minifig, which is quite nice. So you can see here we're building these hull plates at the back, top hull plates. These are the exhaust ports, which I mean the Millennium Falcon, everybody, it's quite a recognisable part. Just at the base, the back here. Oh my goodness, gassy, bubbly. You've got the exhaust ports that are located roughly here. So it looks as if we're going to be building some of them, and it looks as if we're building the side plates here and here. So it looks as if we're building side plates which are going to have an exhaust port in each, and then this first part we're going to be building is a strip down the back, so that it's going to go pretty much from sort of here down, which is quite interesting. I think it's going to attach by the looks of it. You're going to have that round section here, so it's going to attach to these parts that we just built, and then it's going to, a strip's going to come down here, and then we're going to be building these parts. So that's going to be really interesting. So that's going to be Wednesday. We're going to do that. But yeah, she's looking really good. And she's getting a lot more. These parts are really like stabilising the whole system. Yeah, it's really looking good. You know, it's not been like, in terms of build, it's been really fun. I think at the beginning, building this structure here, this frame was, I wouldn't say it was boring, but it was all Technic pins. I prefer it more when there's a little bit of like normal Lego build set, like was it a system build, I think they call it. I prefer it when it's more that kind of stuff than just pure Technic. But yeah, bag 12 is coming up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this manual out of the way because it's absolutely ginormous. In fact, put it just down there. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open the blinds. Let there be light.
Nah, I thought it was that, no?
So I'm going to bring up my little gingerbread at. It's not an AT-AT, it's an at. So there we go.
He's skating.
And there's Vader. Let's see if Vader still gets his feet up against the fire. Oh! There he is. He's got his wee fireplace. Do you know what? This is a really good build. He's got his presents at the back. He's got a little model of the Death Star. And he's got a wee fire with his stockings up. And his candy cane, his lightsaber. Absolutely, such a fun little build, this. And there's a little cockpit. I want to get an AT driver for it. But yeah, just an absolute fantastic little build. Little gingerbread at. Really good. So I thought I'd just bring that down. So wait, I'll get the camera. What I might do is I might show you the back setup here. I'm going to show you maybe a close up what I've built. so far. I'm maybe going to turn it round because I think the show side of the Falcon is going to be this side. Oh man, it's just, yeah, it's really looking good. So here we go. Let's get the camera. Right, there we go. So this is my little section here. This is all the try to hold my camera steady. This is the hi Marley, how you doing? Welcome in. This is my advent calendar section. So this tree is not an advent calendar, but I did add it in just because it's Christmas and this is a Christmas build. And I'm probably going to keep this in the Falcon. So you can see all the various. We got this today. This is a little. Focus. It's like a little droidy thing. There'll be a name for this. I'm really not that good with names. But he's in there. I'll just put him on there. Try and get him back in. But we've got this guy as well. This is another droidy thing. I don't even know the name of it. It's like a little. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not going to lie. When it comes to names, I think maybe it's just an age thing. I've kind of forgot a lot of the names. But this is like some kind of droid type thing that I got in the advent calendar. So he just floats in there. I've got C-3PO. I've got another astromech droid. I've got the tool. It's like a tool hanger set. You've got the little grill. Babu Frick. Where is he? Where is that wee? Oh, where is he? There he is. He's hiding. So there's Babu Frick. Let's put him on top there. There's old Babu Fricks. People are actually selling that for quite a bit of, honestly, quite a bit of money. Try and focus on him. He's a little bit out of focus. Let's maybe get him in the old hands. There he is. There's a little Babu Frick. He's in the Mandalorian. Quite funny. He repairs stuff. Quite a funny little character.
Told him he couldn't repair his ship.
But do you know where can I stick him so that he's not there? I'll put him there. So he can just sit at the back there. Look, there he is, just sitting in there. This C-3PO sitting in his throne. Yeah, it's quite a good little part. It's quite good putting it in the Falcon. That's just going to stay in there because there's more chaos over here with the Porgs, Chewbacca, C-3PO's there. He's just doing his counterpart here with the Sith eyes. That was in the calendar. And then over in this section you've got Princess Leia and Han Solo getting to the end of the stage of their marriage because they've got pistols out. So they're probably having a wee argument. But yeah, it's been a good build so far. So I'm going to try and get off that. Wait, I'll show you the actual passenger. So here's the Falcon, and here's the there's the little ramp for the passenger. You see here it's quite nice actually. You've got the little piston arms, the hydraulics, and they actually rotate up and they keep level, which is quite nice. But that's a nice little feature. So, but she's coming along really nice now. But she's starting to get really, she's starting to get really falcony.
Well,
So
she can't be anything else, darling.
nah, but for a long time she was just like a.
Aye,
She didn't look like a falcon. But yeah, we're going to be building. So next week we're building this part. So we're going to build these two exhausts, then the side plates here and here. That's going to be bag 12. So this time next week potentially this could be all covered up. With bag 12 and bag 13. So yeah, we're getting there. It's starting to look. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Right, so I am gonna wait till I get my little stand here, and then I'm gonna turn these round. So everyone's gonna be back to front. Right, get that there. I'm going to just, oh sugar, sorry. Slowly manoeuvre the Falcon. I'm going to turn around. So this is the interesting part. The manoeuvrability of the Falcon was legendary, except for when it's a Lego build and it becomes. You know, it's been sitting here quite nice actually. This is where it sits, and I usually put it like something like this. There we go. So that's her positioned. There's the old Grogu. Look, how cute. It's cute as a button. Right, we need to get this cable management. Cable management 101. So I'll spend a little bit of time. Yeah, that's 1:45, maybe 5, 10 minutes. Aye. So we're probably going to get the dinner. Right, so here's my little. I just love this. This was a great build. The old gingerbread and it does come with a unique Vader. Oh, do you know what? I really want to take him out. He's in there. He's comfy. Look, I don't think. Oh, sugar. Sorry, Vader. I'm destroying you. So there he is in there. He's in his little habitat. Do you know, I said, I think when I built it, that I'm not going to say it wasn't my favourite, because I'm a bit of a Star Wars buff, and when I looked at it I went, somebody's taking it absolutely P. Diddy out of this. But I've got to admit, I think it's absolutely hilarious. Where's this come off of? Right, parts came off. Where's it come off of? Where the? Do you know what? It might be inside. Wait till we just tip her up a wee bit. No. I think it's on this other side. I think it's down here. Yeah, it's there. Right. It's there. Is it? What is going on here? I think that's like that, is it? Ah, it's there. Got it. Right. Right, anyway, getting distracted there by destroying the gingerbread art. But yeah, that was good. Good progress. I mean, when you see it now, the Falcon, it's had quite a low profile, but now it's starting to get that, you know, the kind of the centre section with the passenger and the docking ports on it. Yeah, it's looking mean. So I basically built yesterday. I don't really have the pincetti. It's down there. So I built this contraption, the old Christmas tree, and this top part rotates round, which is quite nice. Quite a good build. Well, let's say tedious, but it's Christmas after all. So that's going to get, that goes away in there when I'm streaming. So that can sit there. Ugh. And there's my little Star Wars minifigs coming along. So it's all the 20 years. So there we go. We've got I think that's Neen. Oh, it's a weird name. Oh, what is his name? Darth. Oh goodness, that came with R2D2 kit. And then you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader there. Very nice. Very nice, very good. So get them without dropping. Also got this, which is a Lord Voldemort. So the book itself was a £5. It's probably about, I mean, it's not that dear a minifig, but you know, it's a couple of quid, £3 maybe. So I'll give the book to Harrison. And there's some Spider-Mans. And that is on a very old white tile. Very old tile. Probably as old as me. But anyway, I'm probably going to wrap up. So what have we got anyway? 10 to. So I'll probably do a Falcon diary. I don't think I did one this week. I'll do a Falcon diary, just going over the build and maybe some technical details about the. I've covered quite a lot. I'll probably look at my Haynes manual that I've got for the Falcon and kind of go over stuff. Maybe get some of these lights off. Get a bit of mood lighting.
It is a bit bright.
Do you know what? I'm going to put that big one off.
Oh, that's so much better. Wee Christmas lights.
So actually, when you put lights off in here, it's quite interesting just how, well, mind you, it's quite, in fact, when you put this light up like that, it's quite interesting how good it looks on the stream with this light, but for a building purpose it's impossible. And even when I put this one on, the problem I've got with that one, it's right over my head, and basically there's a shadow, like the Death Star, on the table where I'm building. So I need the light here in my living room. I think in the very near future, I'm probably going to really look at getting a better light system. And I'm thinking about getting a light. What I want is a light here, straight down. Like aliens coming down, like beaming you up. It clamps to this table, and it maybe just comes up like this and out. That's kind of what I want. So I'm probably going to start looking at stuff just to see what my options are. Because it's the light is horrendous in this flat. Well, it's not horrendous. It's for building a Lego on it here at this table. It's bad. So that's what I'm going to look at. Because this little bit's nice. I can even put the light down like this. Is usually what I do, and you can see my Star Wars stuff just there. And I've got some little minifigs and stuff just over here. But this is my wee bear. This bear have seen a lot of action. This bear's been through. Look at him. Look at his wee face. Look at his wee face. Ooh. Look at Grogu. Grogu would probably eat that.
Aye, he would try.
But anyway, folks, if nobody else is coming in, I'm probably just going to head off. Kate didn't come in, or Dave, Sprue and Glue. So a wee shout out to them. Although they weren't in, they'll probably watch this. If they get to this point in the stream, then they probably need help. But no, you actually miss people. You know, you miss people. But in saying that, Kate's in Australia, so it's probably something like 4 a.m, her time. Probably even later than that. Might even be 5, 6 a.m. But anyway, I'm going to head. Anya's here.
Hi, everybody.
She's just laying low. So I'm going to head. So we'll be back on. I'll get the stream set up. Obviously, I need to get the orientation right. That was a bit of an annoying thing. But I'll get the stream set up for Wednesday and Friday next week. And in between that, I think I actually probably built a lot of the Christmas stuff. We've got the gingerbread house to build. I've also got a little candle as well. But most of the Christmas stuff is actually built, which is good. But anyway, folks, wait till I get the old finger of death here. Get that up. So, yeah, thanks for everybody that's come in. A little bit quiet stream. The Game Master 5713 was in. Planes, Trains, science, cars, buses, boats, and more was in with the PTS underscore CBBAM, which is this what I just said but abbreviated. I need to check out that Volvo as well. And Chaos 11 was in just at the end there, and Marley was in as well, 096. So again, thanks to everybody that came in. It's greatly appreciated. I'm actually up to 611 subscribers. So my goal of getting to 600 is surpassed. So I mean, the next one would be, the bigger goal was 1,000, but at this point it's just getting to 700 to 8 to 9 and whatever. So, but yeah, I'm going to head, folks. There's a wee hand clap. Dear. I still did that. The first time I did it was completely ad lib. But sometimes I just...
You just do it. You do it the odd time, just not thinking.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just loving this Falcon build. I actually can't wait till Wednesday to get another, especially getting the exhaust ports at the back. It's another Falcon part that's quite unique. So, but anyway, folks, once again, take care, and I'll see you next time. May the force be with you.
Bye.
Always. Remember, build bricks, be happy, and, you know, just enjoy life. Right, folks? To the whips. Anya. Hand.
Tiddlips.
See you later, folks. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.